Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day and more great news. Yes, I do know there's a little bit more of Trump stuff that's going on. Don't worry, I'll get to that. But I don't want to overload you guys with all this Trump stuff in like 3 or 4 videos in a span of like 2 days. So I want to keep it a little bit of fresh, see what's going on here. And it seems like Obama might not be in a good spot right now. It goes to show that Leonardo DiCaprio testifies that CCP-linked Malaysian financier, now fugitive, sent $30 million to Obama during 2012 campaign. Movie star Leonardo DiCaprio took the stand in a federal trial Monday that seeks to hammer down the details of what appears to be a money funneling scheme that features a Malaysian financier funneling tens of millions of dollars to a prominent 90s rap artist for the purpose of donating to former President Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. DiCaprio plays into the saga because he said he was because he was said to have partied with Joe Low, whoever the hell that is, a Malaysian financier who apparently suggested DiCaprio once during a conversation that he intended to contribute to Obama's presidential campaign, according to the New York Post. DiCaprio said it was a casual conversation about what party he was in support of. I told him that what party I was in support of, and he told me that he and a group were going to make a significant contribution to the Democratic Party. I said, wow, that's a lot of money. Michael, I may believe, founder of the Fugees, has been recruited by Lowe in an effort to funnel money to Obama's re-election bid because foreigners are not allowed to contribute to U.S. campaigns. The report indicated that Michael had taken tens of millions of dollars to lobby the government on behalf of the Chinese government. However, it turns out that much of the money was stolen. Lowe is now being accused of embezzling $4.5 billion from 1MDB, Malaysia's state investment fund, per Reuters. Lowe reportedly helped fund DiCaprio's 2000 hit film The Wolf of Wall Street, a performance that won the 48-year-old Golden Globe for the Best Actor. DiCaprio and Lowe apparently carried on a friendship for a number of years, and the actor apparently understood Lowe to be a significant businessman with ties to Abu Dhabi and Malaysia. Prosecutors have claimed that Michael received over received over $20 million from foreign accounts, which were then passed off to 20 straw donors from June to November 2012. According to the Post, these donors were believed to have made the contributions to the Obama campaign in their names so that money could not be tracked back to Lowe. According to Malaysia, the Inspector General of Police (IGP) Tan Sri Abdul, I'm sorry, these names are really difficult for me to pronounce, Hamid Badar, has confirmed that the fugitive financier is currently hiding in Macau. I did not say you pronounce it, but I could be wrong. The IGP also revealed that Jolo and his family members have been seen moving freely in Hong Kong, and that the Chinese government is believed to be providing protection to them. Despite ongoing efforts to bring Jolo back to Malaysia, there has been no positive response from the Republic thus far. Jolo had previously been located in Thailand before he entered Macau, and reportedly fled to a neighboring state after the announcement of the results of the 14th election. Michael was apparently paid $70 million for his assistance to Lowe. As a result, the Fugees artist is now facing 11 criminal counts of attempting to influence the Obama and Trump administrations, per the report. Prosecutors have also noted that the artist is being accused of attempting to interfere with Trump's investigation into Lowe. Okay, so this is huge. So we're now seeing that Obama, at least this Democrat, was being given money by people out of the country. Now, for people that don't really understand what the article has said, is that the United States does not allow foreign people or have you to enter into political affairs or any other kind of affair that has to do with that, right? So him doing this, as it says in the article, that it's not good. It's bad to have this type of influence. So if Obama got sent $30 million, essentially illegally, this is a huge problem, and she'd be facing some type of jail time or whatever for this, and that's insane. So I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is necessarily aligned with this or doing with this. He was pretty much the receiver, and he's telling people this. So yeah, that's what's going on here, and that's more Democratic corruption. I'm not really surprised here. Of course, we have this. Disgraced financier tried to funnel $30 million to Obama, said Leonardo DiCaprio. So this is not just like another thing that's going on. And then we have more with James O'Keefe. Clinton is great. He reached out to us, and the names to check out on FCC data. The vision is coming together. Reach out to us, and let's keep knocking on doors. So the client says, I decided to look into actblue in Austin, Texas. So we're going to go and see what James O'Keefe is talking about here, which is I spoke with an Ann who's an 80-year-old living in a retirement home. Over the last 6 years, according to FEC, she made 26,143 donations, or 11.9 donations on a day for 2,190 days straight on average, totaling 161 million in donations. Either someone is making donations on her behalf, has access to her bank account, or ActBlue is using the elderly to launder money to politicians. 10,307 donations, 805 donations, 304 donations, 506 donations, 504,000 donations. You see here, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. This is a constant thing that's happening here, and these are some of these are massive donations, by the way. And if they're in a retirement home, so what we're going to do here is take a quick look at this video of what's going on with the laundering scheme, and then we're going to go through with the James O'Keefe thing here, which is another big deal, in my personal opinion. So let's take a look at this and see what's going on.
Hello? Come in, you said? Okay. Hi. My name's Clint. Are you Ann? I'm just going around asking questions regarding donations. It says that you made 26,000 donations. Would that be the case for actblue?
Oh, at least that many.
As you donated $161,000 so far?
Have I done that much?
I don't know. That's why we're just asking, making sure that people aren't taking advantage of you by using your name or your personal information to take your money. So we just wanted to see if you've actually made that many donations, because that was over 6 years, so it's 11 donations a day.
Well, I give a lot to Democrats.
You give a lot to give, and that's good. We just wanted to make sure that you actually gave $161,000. Does that sound about right, or is that a lot of money?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So, how much do you donate a month, like on average, like 1 or 2 times a month?
Well, I give some monthly donations and some just one time.
So about 5 donations a month, probably.
Oh, at least.
At least. So you'd say over 6 years, that's a little over maybe 200-300 donations that you've made over 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 26,000 donations over 6 years seems a little high.
I was getting ready to get on the website and check my actblue.
I would definitely check it to make sure that nobody's taking an advantage of you, because that's the last thing we want is someone to be stealing your money or impersonating you. But yeah, definitely check that when you go online to make sure that no one's stealing your money.
Good.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You have a wonderful day.
So yeah, it seems like that old lady is most likely being taken advantage of. And what I did before with this video previously, or videos previously before this, is that we had James O'Keefe actively, doing this laundry scheme, or money laundry scheme. And the Democrats seem to be really taking over. I don't think a lot of people are really voting for them, and if they are, they're being misused horrendously in every regard. Even in the last video that I made, there was one family that one guy did not vote for them, and possibly the wife did. But once they see you voting for them, they just take your money illegally. So this is the evil ploy that Democrats play for stuff like this, and it's actually insanity. Evil is what we would call it. New footage show Inquisitive Wisconsin citizen journalist investigating contribution irregularities. So we're gonna go through this one as well. But first, what we'll do first is that we'll do this. Is that we have this with Greg Price. With the saying, Wisconsin now has a Supreme Court that is going to strike down voter ID and bring back ballot harvesting before 2024. It was the most important election of the year, and candidates allowed themselves to get heavily outspent and didn't even notice until it was too late. Janet Prascoes and a liberal group spent $23.3 million on this race. George Soros gave $1 million to the Wisconsin Dems right before the election. Conservatives only spent $16.6 million, with Dan Kelly himself only spending $2.2 million. Total disaster. This can't happen in a race where the stakes are so high. And no, we didn't lose because it was rigged. Conservatives lost because our voters didn't turn out to vote. Complete disaster at every level, and now election integrity is in a key swing state is in a doubt for 2024. Our opposition has built up massive political and money machines designed to drive out votes. They are laser focused on winning. It seemed like the only person on our side who was doing anything was, once again, Scott Presler. We keep losing elections because we are being out-fundraised, out-ground-gamed, and out-messaged and out-managed by our opponents. Conservatives need to stop waving white flags and fix it. Now this crazy lady is in charge of the court in Wisconsin. So, it says here that, so yeah, that's what's been going on here. This is from Jenna Ryan. I'm sure it's rigged, just like California and Arizona. They got whatever they need to keep their butts in the clear. They cannot afford us to have a fair election ever again. And then Greg Price says, that's nonsense. Ron John literally just got reelected in Wisconsin last November. We lost because we didn't even try. And I agree with Greg Price here. I 100% agree with him. Because our base, the actual Republican base, is not trying nearly hard enough to win elections and to try. And I think that part of the reason is we have some rhinos that are making it incredibly difficult to do anything at all. So we as voters have to come out en masse. Listen, guys, I understand that we can't vote for some of these people, but we have to do something. If we want to have a country, we have to at least try. And I understand that some Republicans are terrible, and I agree with that. So we have to do our research, see who is the best possible candidate, and make sure we get some Republicans into the Senate, into some states. Because right now, if we don't, we're just going to be in the collapse. What you guys will be asking for is literally the collapse, to where your wives, children your wives will be great, because obviously, when the collapse happens, nobody's going to care. You have to defend your wife and all this other stuff. And then among other things, your family will be in danger too. Will probably be invaded because we're so weak. These are real situations that you're going to have to deal with, and then it will be your fault, as a man, by the way, that you failed to help your family, you failed to try to do something to protect your kids, and now you have to live with the consequences because of your stupid, childish actions of not voting correctly or wanting to go out and vote and help and change things. I understand that not all Republicans are good, but right now the Republicans are our only ways of to saving this country and you and your family. I don't want to have to vote for Republicans. I would rather vote for somebody that is, more along the lines of maybe rightful sense. But again, the Republicans only seem to be the rightful way, and some Republicans, I mind you, that are trying to make the good fight. Trump is also one of those people. DeSantis is also one of those people. Kerry Lake. We have options, guys, but we need to go out and vote. We need to protect this country, because otherwise, it's going to be very, very, very dark roads ahead. So, without further ado, I will be showing this video here with James O Keefe that's going on. So, take a look.
OMG here. We have our latest citizen journalist showing another example of unclaimed contributions through actblue. An inquisitive detective with Brightline Investigations for Election Watch brought us the latest unwitting contributor, this time for Richard Schallert of Winnacone, Wisconsin. Let's hear what he has to say.
You can step in if you want to.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you very much, ma'am. Hi there, you Richard, sir?
Yes, that's me.
My name's Kyle Corrigan. I'm with Brightline Investigations. I'm a private detective. Just had a couple of questions here. I've been hired by an election watch company, and they noticed that your name was on a federal elections commission that's donated several $1,000s. In the last 7 years, you've apparently donated 8,333 times to elections.
Wow, that many? I know I did donate a lot. That seems a little odd.
Yeah.
That seems too high. Maybe 800,
Okay.
but not 8,000. No, no, there must be an error. No, I can't believe I was admitted that. No.
Okay.
I'm a generous donor, I grant you that.
Sure.
But nothing like 8,000, no.
Okay. So, but just once a month is all you're donating, as far as you know?
Yeah. Well, once a month for,
Right.
up to the election.
Sure. So 12 times a year,
Yeah,
is
12 times a year.
okay.
Yeah, that little bit of something else, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, I say maybe over the period of 7 years, maybe 800 donations all.
But that's 10 times, what it
Yeah.
should be then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's way out of line. That's not. Well, I'll look through some of my old records and see if I can find anything.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Richard.
Oh, no.
As we were producing this piece, we received additional footage from citizen journalist Kyle Corrigan out in the field. Here's what Wisconsin residents Sidney Grossberg and Dale Wing had to say when asked about their alleged contributions.
We obtained this from Election Watch. I was hired by an attorney with Election Watch to interview several different residents in the state of Wisconsin that had some significant amounts of political donations in their name. The information that I have is in the last 7 years, it says that you've donated 10,989 times.
Over how many years?
7 years. So it comes out to about 4 times a day that you're donating.
Wow.
That's what we thought too. You're one of the highest.
To my knowledge, I don't think that I gave that kind of information concerning my credit card.
Right, but 10,000 times, I'm reasonably certain that you would have seen some sort of charges on there that you thought, this looks odd. This recurring charge this would be like 4 times a day. For your particular amount of donations, that would be 4 times a day that they're making this every single day of the week, 24/7, 365. Nobody I've spoke to yet has actually had any unauthorized transactions on their account.
What you told me is startling. 99.9% I put on one credit card. Well, I confess that I have no concept. Essentially 11,000 donations, 7 years. So
According to the Federal Election Commission, you made 4,085 donations in the last 7 years. Do you know if is it accurate?
That doesn't sound accurate. 4,000. No, that doesn't.
Yeah, so 4,000, not just $4,000, but 4,085 donations. So that's about almost 2 a day, I guess, in the last 7 years. So,
No,
look,
that doesn't sound right.
do you have a ballpark idea of about how many times you have donated?
Not right offhand.
Okay. Like a couple hundred or something like that, or some of the other folks I've spoken to, they do like a monthly donation where it's automatically withdrawn from their accounts and things
Oh,
like
I
that.
won't do that.
It was nice speaking with you, ma'am.
Okay.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Yet another citizen denying these claims of excessive donations through ActBlue and FEC data. Now there are even more citizen journalists asking questions.
So yeah, that's what's going on here. And I'm starting to think that the Democrats need to have a lot of crimes to pay because there's some serious corrupt shit going on and it needs to be stopped. The fact that that they're doing this to elderly people is disgusting. The money that they barely have, to survive and retire off from, or they just make the fact they're just making them seem like these people are more dedicated than they are, and this is disgusting. The fact that Democrats are doing this is appalling. If a Republican was doing this, it'd be the same exact thing. So I think that sometime that there needs to be some jail time here because this is insanity. We need to take back the office, boys. We need to get our country back on the right step, and I know we can do it. We can do it as long as we band together. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.